He's coming.
Congratulations, you're the recipient of a free comedy special taping tonight.
What? But I didn't sign up for anything.
Of course you didn't. Everything in this business is random.
This is amazing. When do we shoot?
Right now.
Well, I'm not even remotely prepared for this.
Just get in there and start saying some jokes, bud.
Yeah?
Yeah!
Heck yeah!
Let's do it.
We're doing it. I'm the luckiest guy.
Come on now.
Wonder.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for JoePontillo, everybody!
Yeah, I think you guys would have hated me if I waited until 4 minutes. Here we go! Whatever. Well, I didn't know they were going to be filming tonight. That's news for me. I feel very uncomfortable right now. Everybody's always filming stuff right now. So, oh, look what this guy said. Oh, we got him. He's finished. But joke's on you. I never started, so can't take me down. Yeah, thanks for being here, guys. Yeah. Woo. What is going on? Why are they locking up more and more stuff at the pharmacies? Why do they lock up deodorant? Are people like running into like CVS and they're like, just gonna, oh, that's the security, damn it, no, get off me, man, I stink, you know. Like soon the whole store will just be locked up. And you'll hear announcements like, customer service to the greeting card aisle. Some pathetic loser wants a birthday card for their mommy. Somebody go unlock it for him. Wah. I, for one, welcome the coming police state. Anybody else? Yeah. Why not? I can't go to stores anymore. Everybody's too annoying. I go to the supermarket. Everybody thinks I work at the supermarket. Is that the body type I have? Do I look like a guy who like stocks shelves at the supermarket? It's not like I come in wearing an apron or something. People always like, do you work here? No, I'm pushing a shopping cart. Very weird, you know. My favorite is like, there's always people who go to the supermarket high, and they'll just spend like an hour in the potato chip aisle. I remember one time there was a guy just staring at all the chips like this for like, seemed like 5 minutes, and I tried to distract him. I was like, dancing next to him. Couldn't break his concentration. Then he finally reached for a bag, and I went, you sure about that? And I like watched his brain explode. He went, oh, thank you, sir. And went back to looking. I'm like, I'm never coming here again. It's over. So, woo, what a journey it's been last few years. Give it up for that, guys. Come on. You know, I used to be really obsessed with comedy. Like, it was like, oh, I gotta do comedy. I gotta be on stage every night. If I even miss one night, I'm gonna suck. My career's gonna be over. You know, and then 2020 happened, and I didn't do comedy for months, and I was like, this is kinda nice. Why didn't I take more time off before this? You know, I was like, oh, this is so good. You know, I really liked it. And I thought 2020, you know, COVID, everything, would stop people from starting to do comedy. It had the opposite effect. More people than ever are doing comedy. Like, it's people who are like, oh, that was the perfect time to start. I could do it from home on Zoom. I don't have to put pants on. No one can yell at me. You know, I remember doing a show in the parking lot of a comedy club in August 2020, and some kid was there, and he's like, this is my first show ever. And I'm like, why? What, you think industry's out there? Like maybe the medical industry is out there in case somebody tests positive. Really dumb, but yeah, it is. But it's back, I'm happy. You know, we had a weird stretch. You couldn't do comedy indoors for a while. It was illegal. That was nuts. You know, but there were secret shows going on. And, because you can't stop comics. You know, we gotta get these dick jokes out. Very important. I've got a poop joke people are waiting to hear. My wife doesn't want to hear it. So, you know, doing comedy secretly indoors, it was against the law. It was great. It made it more fun. This is against the law, too. This shouldn't be happening. No reason. And, and then I told my family, I'm like, I did a show indoors the other night. And they were like, what the hell? Are you nuts? You're going to get people killed? But then in the same conversation go, oh, by the way, do you want to meet us for dinner at Red Lobster on Sunday? Yeah, and I go, that wasn't safe before the pandemic. What the hell is wrong with you people? You know, and no disrespect to Red Lobster, if that's your seafood of choice. You know, but like, I can't do it anymore. I can eat the biscuits. I don't want to know where they're getting their fish from. You think Red Lobster has a boat and like fisher people? No. They just have a guy standing outside of a pet store that's about to go out of business. Like, whoa, don't flush those. We'll take them, we'll fry them, we'll say they're shrimp. Nobody will know the difference. It's Shrimp Week. We gotta move the merch. Come on. Bad. I don't know. I eat a lot of garbage. It's problematic. You know, I blame my family. We ate a lot of garbage growing up. We're Italian. My dad would bring home Domino's and then shame us for eating it. He's like, this pizza's fake. This is cardboard. You're eating cardboard. I'm like, you bought it. I'm 9. I didn't suggest. I don't even know what Domino's is. You know, and I still eat fake pizza. I don't care. They just have to calm down with the cheese. They're always trying to find new places to put cheese. You know, it'd be like Little Caesars quadruple cheese lovers pizza. First we throw extra cheese, then we stuff the crust with cheese. The box made out of cheese. You come to pick it up, we pull out a gun. It's loaded with cheese bullets. We shoot you with it 5 times. You die, we revive you. And guess what, folks? A different kind of cheese. $29.95 and a soda. Like, that's a good deal. I don't mind the brain damage. But I'm always traveling. Remember at the beginning of the pandemic when like every other commercial on TV was like, in these unprecedented times, Burger King is here with you. What are you talking? Are you working on a vaccine? Is the food free? Can I hang out with you? I can't see my friends or family. No, we're just here with you. It's horrible. But COVID was so ridiculous. You couldn't do anything for a while. Even to this day, it's like, you know, you film a movie or a TV show, they make you wear a mask until they say action. And then apparently COVID respects the arts. You know, it won't get, they're just, the germs are so intelligent. They're like, oh, we're gonna get them. Oh, they're filming, never mind. Let them finish the scene. I love the show. I feel bad that we shut down production for 6 months. You know. Then I got the vaccine, but I was on the fence for it for a while. I didn't like the commercials. You know, I live in New York City. They had somebody, I'm the city's doctor. That's not a real position. They just made this person up. That was just a guy walking around the city with a stethoscope being like, oh, the city's healthy. And now he's on TV. He doesn't blink. He sounds like a robot. I'm like, I don't know. Like, they needed to just, like, you know, make those, like, look like a party. Like, they should have used that song, shots, 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 shots. Have people dancing in a club, shooting each other up, like, yeah, get the vaccine, baby, woo. Always gotta sell it. Need those good commercials. I don't know. I don't know how anyone buys anything after watching your commercial. You know, Lotto. I never play the Lotto, and it's because of the commercials. They're so annoying. You know, in New Jersey, their lotto slogan is extremely aggressive. It's anything can happen in New Jersey. That sounds like a threat. Right? And then New York isn't much better. New York is, hey, you never know. I'm like, well, I kind of do. Like, I know I'm not going to win the lotto. Who wins the lotto? It's always somebody living in a swamp somewhere. Like, the person goes on TV, they're like, oh, I won, yeah, my horse is getting all this money. I'm like, what? You know, or it's like the oldest living person in the country wins. Here's our big lotto winner, 119-year-old Greta Johnson. Yeah, what are you going to do with all this money? She goes, yeah, I'm gonna. All right, just drop the check on her and leave. It's over. Yeah. But, so the last few years I got closer with my family again. That was nice, because, you know, I felt sort of distant from them. You know, when I like turned like 22, 23, I was like, that's enough for them. Ha, goodbye. Never going on vacation with them again. But then during COVID, there was no one else to hang out with. So I was like, oh, I guess I kind of like them again. All right. Going on vacations, you know. And, like, it's good. And, like, my parents are getting older. They're not that old. They're still making moves. But, you know, they try to gamble away our inheritance every few weeks. You know, nobody lives with them anymore. It's just them two. You know, I remember when I lived there, they had like a strict like regimen of what they were gonna eat every night. It was like Monday was sandwiches, and Wednesday's pasta, and Friday's pizza. And now I visit my parents, they're like, we're having pretzels for dinner. Or breakfast. Like, they just gave up. I like it. You know, and now they're at the point where, like, anytime I visit them, if I look at anything in the house for more than 10 seconds, they're like, you want that? Take it home. Man, I was petting the cat. They're like, the cat likes you. Take the cat home. I don't want the cat. The cat's 15 years old, and I'm allergic. Just write it out. You guys got this. So, you know, my sister had a kid. That's nice. You know, yeah, gives people hope, I guess. I don't know. And the kid's awesome. She's great. You know, we took her pumpkin picking when she was 6 months old. She had no idea what was going on. Like, pick a pumpkin. She just like hold her over a pumpkin. She's not crying. Take that one. Throw that in the car. You know, we went on a haunted hayride. That was, you know, she didn't care. But, you know, that's scary for us because, like, now they use, like, current events on haunted hayrides. People coming out of the cornfield, like the headless horseman, like, whoa, there's gonna be a supply chain crisis. Scary stuff, very frightening. But, you know, my sister's been a normal parent so far. Because here's what's going on. Like, everybody I went to high school with and younger, I feel like they only have kids for content these days, right? It's kind of insane. Like, people are sitting there like, we're not getting enough likes on Facebook. We'll have a kid. You know, and look at this chart. The numbers will go up. People will like us. People will visit us. We'll have something to talk about. You know, and it's like the old days, like, you'd have a kid. It's like, here's our freaking kid. And then you just, like, threw them in the corner so you could go back to, like, smoking and drinking, you know. But now, like... You know, kids today, it's like, oh, they're a social media prop. You know, you don't like just do, oh, it's baby's first Christmas. No, the baby just came out of the womb. Its eyes aren't fully open yet. And these psychopaths are like, oh, we got to get a professional photographer down here. And they're going to, you know, dress the baby up like a pineapple. Put it in a fruit basket. And then you post it on the internet. Oh my God, look what we just found on our doorstep. So cute. You know, they're getting a bunch of likes. People are like, so cute. Oh my God, I want to kill myself. I wish you would. Instead of liking this nonsense. I don't know. But, like, you know, the internet just, like, melted everybody's brains. You know, because we only like validation every 5 minutes. You know, like, Facebook is out of control. You know, like, you know, my parents are on Facebook, and, like, they're weird. Like, my dad leaves me comments like I'm about to go play a Little League game, you know. Be like, yeah, comedy show tonight. And he's like, yeah, son, home run. And I'm like, what is he talking about? You know, and my mom never interacts with my stuff on Facebook, except if I check into a restaurant or something. She loves check-ins. I'll be like, yeah, checked in at, Burger King. And she's like, he's eating, woo. You know. It can be literally anything. I'd be like, JoePontillo just checked into the local police precinct. She's like, oh, smash that like button. He's meeting new people, making moves. You know, you gotta be on Facebook and Instagram for comedy, it's insane. And then you have to become friends with all these comedians on social media or you won't get anywhere in this business. It's demented. You have to you meet a comic at a show and they're like, hey, follow me on Instagram. Okay, I did, now what? We'll probably never talk to each other again. You know, and then you just hate following this person and you just see the flyers they post and the shows they're doing and you're like, fuck this person, you know. And there's nothing you can do. I mean, you can just unfollow them, but it's much easier to hate them for the rest of your life. So dumb, you know. Instagram, I don't know what's going on with Instagram. Half of Instagram is just people who went on vacation once. And then post pictures of that vacation for the next 5 years. Sometimes it's the same pictures. Or they just post a picture of their legs and feet. You ever see that one where they're just at the beach, #blessed. You know, then they keep going. It's not just the beach. They're home on the couch. Here's my legs and feet again. #lounging. Then they're driving to work the next day. Same picture. #working. Then they're in an ambulance because they crashed their car, taking the last picture. #911. But you gotta do it. You gotta be on everything, you know. I'm on YouTube. YouTube was the first social media site I joined. You know, I joined it in 2005, 2006. And in those days, you post a video, you would just get thousands of views. And I'm like, yeah, this is easy. That lasted for a week. You know, now flash forward 16 years or whatever. You know, I have 300 subscribers. Half of them are probably dead. You know, I post a video on there, I get 40 views and an email from YouTube saying, this has been flagged for suspicious content. Not good. And there's all these toxic people on YouTube. They literally just go on that website to hate things. I don't understand it. You could post the most harmless video, how to make a grilled cheese. And somebody will leave a comment, hey, you should kill yourself. Thank you for the feedback. You know, but people make money doing YouTube videos. It's insane. And they're doing things unboxing videos. Ever see one of these? People just get a box in the mail and open it on YouTube for 45 minutes. And they're like, oh guys, here we are. Hit like, smash subscribe, here we go. And then at the end of the video, they're like, it's a hat. Will it fit? Tune into my next video to find out. I don't have the patience for that. You know, but people make a lot of money doing YouTube videos. It's really nuts. The highest grossing person on YouTube is an 8-year-old kid that reviews toys. What? Somebody needs to find that kid's Twitter account, see if he posted anything racist a couple of years ago. Canceled. It's over. Done. Twitter's another cesspool. Who's on Twitter in here? Yeah. 4 people. That's about accurate, you know? It's pretty bad. You know, that's another toxic place. It's so toxic, the person that owned Twitter left the site. Yeah, he's like, I'm out. I don't like the vibes here anymore. You know, but, and this is when you know Twitter is a bad place. I somehow managed to piss off the guy who used to host Double Dare on Nickelodeon on Twitter. I did not respond to him. I did not try to engage with him. But one day I made a tweet about how you could win Double Dare. Don't ask why. I would just tweet about anything. I'm like, remember Double Dare? Here's how you could win. And it's if you got Mark Summers' Journey. He was the host. And he name searched himself on Twitter, and he responded in all capital letters, false. I was like, how do you piss off that guy? Surprised he didn't sue me. So dumb, but yeah, I don't know. So I mentioned kids before. I used to want kids. I'm not so sure anymore. You know, like parents today are just awful for the most part. I'm outside of my sister. She's fine. But like everybody else, like you ever go to a hotel and people bring their kids and they're just like, hey, just run back and forth down the hallway 9 million times as loud as possible. You know, and every kid sounds like they're, you know, a 47-foot adult. They're like, go, 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 go. Yeah, it's great, Dad. Yeah, whatever. I don't care. I'm looking at my phone. It's over. You go to a store or a restaurant, you hear what you think is a cat dying, and it's a kid crying. Hey, what the hell is that? And the parents don't care. They're like, it's fine. Doesn't bother me. Like, if I did that, my mom would be like, are you kidding me? And just, like, put me in a shopping cart and roll me into the parking lot. Even now, she would do that. It's very... very aggressive. So, you know, and I don't like what they're doing with Muppets these days. Anybody else? You know, like I grew up on the Muppets, Sesame Street, they're still on the air, but now they have all these new characters with dark backstories for some reason. You know, yeah, one of the new Muppets, their father is in jail. Like, what does a Muppet have to do to end up in prison? And why is there a penal system on Sesame Street? You know, how does that work? Hey, what are you in for? Murder! Waka waka waka! What about that guy in the corner? S is for stab! And you're like, oh my God. Show's gotten out of hand, but... so, whatever. So I've been traveling a lot. I like traveling, I do. It's fun. I drive most places, and it's fascinating, because I like, you know, one thing I love about America, it's weird, everybody hates each other. We throw out a lot of weird garbage on the side of the road. Like, there's a mattress every 5 miles on the highway. What, are you not allowed to throw them out in front of your house? Is it shame? No, just take it for a ride. Make it look like a mob hit. You know, had enough of this mattress. Boom, done. Weirdest thing I ever saw on the side of the highway, somebody left an old piano. Like, how did nobody see that happening? And I really wanted to go back and crash into it. Just so the police could come and be like, so what happened? And I'd be like, freaking piano came out of nowhere. Rolled out in the middle of the highway, put some signs up. Rogue, chaotic pianos. I don't know. This year I had quite a journey. I went all over the place. I was in Florida, you know, twice. I went to Disney once. Yeah, which, you know, Disney, like, I avoided Disney for a long time. I'm sort of glad I went back. I think I get it now. I'm like, yeah. But at the same time, when you go to Disney, it's kind of like, what if a Walmart and a prison combined? You know, and like all the like wardens and the guards were dressed as Goofy for some reason. Like, I just want to go to my car. Whoa, I don't think so. Get back inside. What? There's more fun to have, you know. Keep smiling. Yeah. But I enjoyed it. It was nice. I'll go back, you know. But I was in Florida another time to do comedy, and what I love about being on the road is like looking up reviews for things, because like people will just write the worst reviews. I love like negative hotel reviews, you know, like 1 star. It's always exactly the same. It's like, oh, I stayed here one night, the toilet didn't flush, you know, the building was on fire, there were cigarette burns in the bed, you know, a cockroach was in my room and walked off with my wallet. My family went missing, the guy working the front desk stabbed me during check-in. Great location, though. Always got to tag it with that. And I like hotels. I think hotels only still have ice machines as an excuse for people to use to get away from their families. It's the only explanation. Because who needs ice these days? You know, it's always the dad, like, I'm gonna go get some ice. What for? I just need some ice. Get off my back. I'll be back in an hour. The family's crying. He's never coming back. No, he will. He said ice, not cigarettes. So I was in Florida, and we were looking for like a cool place to eat, and there was this Mexican restaurant, famous Mexican restaurant. I think Guy Fieri like took a dump there or something. In between shooting episodes of Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives. And, you know, they had like a famous salsa bar. And apparently this person went there on a day when the salsa bar was not operational. So they had to write a big review, and they were like, oh, I went there and the salsa bar was closed, and I asked the server, where's the salsa? And the server responded, ask Joe Biden. What? This, you know, again, social media, politics have kind of melted people's brains, you know, but also, damn, that's a funny comeback. I want to use that, you know? Like, hey, why wasn't that joke funny? Ask Joe Biden. He defunded comedy. I only have the setups. The punchlines are on a cargo ship that can't dock. So that was dumb, but what are you gonna do? But that's what politics does to people. They say things that make absolutely no sense, but in their head they're like, that's a great argument. You know, like there was like a bad turning point in 2016 in this country where I felt like we were all like kind of on the same side, and then like that happened and everyone was like, we hate each other now, it's over, you know, and like it ruined comedy too. Because it used to be like political comics would just make fun of all sides of the political spectrum. Now there's right-wing comics, there's left-wing comics, there's libertarian comics. No, stop it, what are we doing? You know, and every right-wing comic does play like a character where they're like making fun of like liberals, and they're all like, you know, I'm Mikey the millennial. Gas is bad, capitalism, blah, you know. And then they just cry for 10 minutes and go, pronouns, I don't know. You know, like, you know, I'm Stu the socialist, like, you know, I don't know. But, you know, and then like left-wing comedians, they don't even tell jokes. They just like go on Twitter and Facebook and they'll be like, Donald Trump is the greatest threat to democracy the world has ever seen. Catch me at the Cleveland Funny Bone this weekend. What the hell? I just don't understand. Like, you know, I had a moment. When I was younger, I didn't care who was president, I guess. I don't know. I remember, you know, Bush was president. W. Bush, who was an idiot. But, like, you know, 9/11 happened, and you're like, well, I guess I gotta root for this guy now. I have no other choice. You know, and he was like sort of relatable for like 10 seconds. You know, when they remember like the video where the guy whispers in his ear, sir, 9/11 just happened. And he's like, oh, he was like reading a book about goats and he just stared for like that's relatable. I'd be like, all right, that's what I would have done probably. You know? And then he was like doing a speech and he had a cut on his face. He's like, yeah, 9/11 happened. We're gonna blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, that's relatable. And then he's like, now we're gonna bomb a bunch of countries for no reason. And I'm like, this guy sucks. He's gotta go. That's when I turned. And like, the first time I was able to vote was 2004. And I immediately lost interest in it. You know, I went with my dad. My dad voted for Bush. I voted for Kerry. John Kerry, remember John Kerry? Yeah, whatever. Now you read up on him, you're like, whatever. But then I was like, his wife was the heir to the Heinz ketchup fortune. I like ketchup, I'm voting for this guy. That's the safe bet, you know. But then me and my dad just cancel each other out, and I'm like, this is stupid, I'm never doing it again! And I like stormed out. You know, and then years later, I actually like learned what John Kerry was about. And I'm like, do I really like ketchup that much? I don't think so. You know, Because all these people are terrible, you know, it's just completely out of control, and like it's just saying the same shit over and over again, you know? It's like, you know, hey, I'm gonna be just as bad as the last guy, but I'll smile more. You know, people are like, oh, thank God, finally a president that smiles. I don't care that I have to pay more for everything. People just like to argue, that's what it is. Everything's a hot button topic, they want to hate each other. And I want people to love each other, huh? Because that's what they hate, is love or something like that. I don't know, remember 2 years ago, everybody wanted to get rid of the police. And like, you know, I don't like the police, but I don't think we should have got rid of them. I just wanted to defund them to the point where they can no longer afford horses. Right? Why are cops on horses? Is this the Wild West? The only reason to be a cop on a horse is if you're chasing a criminal who is also on a horse. Stagecoach robberies aren't making a comeback. You know, like, hey, that guy stole my wallet. Go get him. Oh, he's getting on a horse. Sorry, ma'am. They defunded us. Can't change. My car won't catch up fast enough. Need that horse. Need that horsepower. Centaur cop. I can get on board with that. It's also a movie I want to see. Let's make it happen. But yeah. And then like, you know, I tell that joke all over the place and, you know, in the city everyone's like, yeah, the cops suck. But then you do a joke like that on like Long Island or in the suburbs and they're like, how dare you, sir? You can't defund the police. And it's like, because like they're all related to cops. So, but at the same time, they'll turn on them right away. You know, as soon as they get a ticket for something stupid, they're like, stupid pigs. I pay their salary. But it's just always something, you know. People were arguing about, you know, forgiving student loan debt, which I guess I get. But, you know, I'm like, money isn't real anyway. Just get rid of it all. Who cares? You know, cancel credit card debt while you're at it, right? Then you'll have like a solid like 6 months until your life falls apart again. You know, and money's really fake. It is. You know it's fake because when you go to the store and you pay for something with a credit card, you can sign literally anything on the screen, and they don't care. Like, okay, Mr. Poophead, and like, thanks for coming in today, Mr. Poophead. Does it matter that it doesn't say that on my credit card? No, nothing matters. Just leave, get out, stop looking at me. You know, and then people always are arguing about guns, specifically on Facebook. It's a big Facebook thing. And you know, you're not gonna solve it. Like, just stop arguing with each other. Get a life, go outside. Enough already, you know, like, and it's always the most extreme sides that you hear. Like, one side is like, we need to get rid of guns entirely. And then the other side is like, to prevent school shootings, we should arm teachers. Yeah, exactly. If my teachers had guns, I'd be dead. That is not a good plan. I'm sorry. Teachers can't even afford school supplies. You know, what I really need is chalk and paper and pencils. Well, here's a gun. Just rob the store. We'll solve two problems at once. You know, there's always that one kid that you just want to shoot, right? If you're a teacher. You're like, oh, this kid again hasn't had the right answer all day. They keep raising their hand. That's it. It's over. You know, I think some things should change, and I think most people would agree. Like, it should be more difficult to get a gun. Like, if you walk into a gun store and you're sweating, you shouldn't be allowed to buy a gun. You know? Why are you sweating? Oh, I ran here. Why did you run to the gun store? What was so important? You were out and you were like, I need a gun! One gun, please! I don't think so, buddy. Let me take a look at your social media. They should have to like talk to one person you dated or something. Like, it should be a whole process. So, good stuff. But yeah, this is why I do comedy. Just to like connect on levels like talk about stuff like this. It's fun, you know. But comedy, like, I love it. Been doing it forever. But I also hate it, you know. It's true. Like, I always wanted to do it, and you know, I'll never forget my first time on stage. It's a true story. I was in school, and growing up, I liked Seinfeld. I was like, oh, Seinfeld. I'm gonna grow up, I'm gonna move to Manhattan, I'm gonna have exactly 3 friends. I'm gonna date a new woman every week, and I'm gonna do stand-up comedy. And then I moved to Brooklyn, and I might still have 3 friends. And I've dated the same woman for 15 years, so whatever. But yeah, I'm still suing Seinfeld though for false advertising. So yeah, you know, and like, getting back to like the student loan thing. I wanted to go to Queens College. I told my parents, I'm like, I want to go to Queens College. Seinfeld went there. Again, he was controlling my whole life. And my parents were like, no, we got money. Go to Hofstra, you freaking idiot, you know. So I went to Hofstra for no reason at all. But then I was the first person in my family to graduate college, so then they thought I knew everything. Like anything in the house broke. Like, you know, oh, why won't the internet work? Ask Joe, he went to college. I don't know how to fix the internet. Come on, what did you study all those years? Film? That's close enough. It's just what a nightmare. But so I was in Hofstra, and Dave Chappelle was coming to perform. I was 19. Yeah, and you know, I think the Chappelle Show was still on. This is how long ago it was. And they were like, somebody at the school went, hey, let's have a comedy contest to see who's the funniest student, and they'll open for Dave Chappelle. And I was like, did Dave sign off on that? That sounds like a horrible idea. You know, if that was me, I would show up disguised as a student and just try to win the contest so I could open myself to prevent something stupid happening. So, believe it or not, about 30 kids decided to partake in this contest, including me, and they were all terrible. You know, one kid told a really offensive joke, and then somebody threw a bagel at him on stage. But we had a packed crowd. It was amazing. And the crowd got smaller and smaller and smaller until there was like 8 people left. And then I finally went up, and you know, I thought I was funny. I'm like, I talk this up in my head, like I know what's up. And I get on stage, I just ramble for 2 minutes, and I freeze. And I'm like, oh God, what do I do? And then for some reason I decide, I'm gonna fart into the microphone. Yeah, that was my big game plan. Comedy genius. And I was so frazzled, I put the mic to my ass and made a fart noise with my mouth that nobody could hear. And I just like started sweating. I was like, oh my God, I have to go to the gun store right now. And I walked off stage in horror and shame, and if it was today, someone would be filming that on their cell phone, and I would have went viral for all the wrong reasons, and then probably become the Joker, you know. But on the bright side, I won the contest, so yeah, baby. Because comedy makes no sense. But then I was like, you know, Dave Chappelle is going to tell a bunch of controversial jokes in 15 or 20 years. I don't want to be a party to that, so I turned it down. And now I'm here doing a live taping above a pool hall. So, yeah. Yeah, you know. When you start doing comedy, everyone's like really like excited for you. Like my friends were like, "You doing comedy? That's great. We're going to come." I'm like, "Really? Yeah, like all of us." Now I have to like trick people into coming to shows or bribe them with something, you know. But like the problem is comedy's just so horrible for the most part. Like you do these things called bringer shows when you start doing comedy, and like some of them are fine, but other of them just never end. They're just like, hey, come bring your friends so they can watch a whole bunch of people with no talent for 6 hours. Good deal? You know, I brought a bunch of friends to go see me do a show in the city, And I went on like 8th or 9th, and I was like, oh, I'm tired. I'm gonna go take a nap in my car. I woke up 2 hours later. The show is still going on. I walk into the showroom. There's 2 guys on stage having a sword fight. And this is why people stop going to my shows. You know, but I do this like sort of full time. I guess I make a living. I don't know, whatever. You know, but things get bad every once in a while. Like so bad, like a couple years ago, I got jury duty. You know, and most people go, ooh, jury duty. But in New York, they pay you $40 a day to do it. So I was like, all right, this is like my 3rd highest paying gig this month. I was really excited. I put it on my schedule. I made a flyer. I was promoting it like it was a show. Other comedians were messaging me, who books that? Tell me. I'm like, it's the city. Just email them. Send them a video. Who cares? You know, but comedy's like out of control now. You know, now the only questions I get, I used to get questions like, when are you going to be on TV? When are you going to, you know, meet somebody famous? Now I get, do you have a will? That's... Wow, like, damn, no, I don't have a will. I don't have any money. You know, my will at this point would just be a list of passwords. Yeah. But you know, too many people do comedy now, and it's all over the internet, which is great. That's where this is going, probably, or the garbage. I haven't decided yet. You know, and like comedians now, they just like to fight with hecklers. This is a big thing. You go on YouTube, every other video is like, comedian destroys heckler. And all it is the comedian be like, hey, what's your day job? And they'll be like, I'm a plumber. And I'd be like, yeah, that's what your mom said. Ha ha ha! Put that on YouTube. Like, it's all so... I want to see a comedian actually destroy a heckler. Like, just jump into the crowd, rip the audience member to shreds, and then get back on stage like nothing happened. That's what I want to see. But no. But yeah, I've done a whole bunch of things associated with comedy throughout the years that I'm not proud of. You know, I acted in not 1 but 2 murder mysteries. Yeah, back in the day, which those are fun, I guess. The ones I did, the audience had no interest in that. They were like, you know, hey, who killed this guy? Solve the murder. No. We don't care. I was the corpse in one of these. I had to play the dead guy, and I just lied on the ground for 45 minutes while the other actors were like, come on, you have the clues. Who killed this guy? Please, we have to get out of here. And my legs started going numb from lying on the floor for so long. And after a while, I just jumped up and I went, folks, I killed myself. Murder solved. Good night. He's doing so many ridiculous things. One of the earliest, wasn't that early in my career, but I did a show at, what was a Catholic ministry or a Christian ministry or something, somewhere out on Long Island. You know, they did a comedy night, and you had to be super clean, which was fine, and, you know, the audience had cups of pencils, or pretzels. Yeah, whatever, doesn't matter at this point. Because if you told an offensive joke, they would shake the pretzels. Satan, I don't know, but... So I get on stage. I used to tell this really stupid, harmless joke about my dad. Want to hear it? Yeah, so the joke was, up until like 10 years ago, whatever reason, my dad would not curse in front of me if we were in public. He would spell out the curse. Because, you know, nobody could spell, apparently. So the joke was like, oh, we were at a party, and my dad's like, oh, I was driving here, I got cut off by these girls, I honked my horn, waved my fist, and they screamed out, shut up, you ASS. And I said, did you get cut off by cheerleaders? Exactly. Harmless, fun, family-friendly joke, but spelling out ASS, oh God, the woman who ran the show went, like I just conjured a demon on stage. But then I did the punchline about the cheerleaders and the crowd, you know, roared with laughter, and I'm like, oh, I'm fine. I wasn't. After the show, the person hosted the show was like, whoa, what happened with the ASS? And I go, oh, was that too much? And they go, yeah, that's why it didn't get an LAUGH. And I go, hold on. If you want to say that my joke was too much for this room, fine, but don't you dare tell me it didn't get a laugh. So then we were going back and forth, and they were like, well, you should probably just, apologize to Samantha. That was the woman's name who ran the thing. And I was like, okay. So I emailed this woman, a few days later, and I go, oh, I just want to let you know I spoke to the host. I want to apologize for that one joke I did. I'm really fucking sorry. I didn't think that was too much, and never got an email back, and I'm probably banned. Whatever. All good, but yeah, good times. Yeah, I love those kind of gigs. There's so many horrible gigs you do. When things started reopening, for some reason I got booked at a bunch of people's houses to do comedy, which you get booked to perform at somebody's house, you're like, hey, this is terrible, but then you're getting paid a good amount of money, you pull up to this mansion in the suburbs, and then you're alone, and you're like, wait a second, nobody knows I'm here. And you start going through all these scenarios in your head. I'm like, there's a 50% chance I'm gonna ring the doorbell and go, I'm the comedian, and they're gonna pull out a shotgun and be like, haha, you got 30 seconds to run. And then we come to hunt you. Nothing you can do about it. Got booked to do this guy's, his block party. I got booked to perform at a block party. And it was so dumb. It was a fundraiser, and the guy running it was really excited about it. He's like, yeah, you're gonna come, we're gonna pretend you're a guy from the fundraiser, and you're gonna get my name wrong. His name was Tommy. He's like, you call me Tony or Timmy, it'll be hilarious. And whenever the person booking you says it'll be hilarious, it's anything but hilarious. So I get there, and they literally just put me on the guy's stoop. And no one is within 500 feet of me. The only people that can hear me performing is the band that's setting up behind me. And I get on and I go, hey, and I still did the stupid thing. I went, oh, give it up for Timmy. And then how about Tony? And then one of the guys in the band goes, his name is Tommy. And I go, I know, I'm doing a bit for nobody. So, in the early days of doing comedy, getting 0 laughs would have crushed me, no matter what the situation. But now I'm like, you know what? Sometimes you get paid to be ignored. And that's fine. I'm cool with it. But then the worst part is I do this gig, this guy Tommy then goes on Google, writes me a great review. Goes, Joe came to our block party and crushed! And I was like, please take that down. I don't need to put out a false idea that I'm a killer at block parties. Set me up, I'll yell at hot dogs for an hour. But it was nice to have that break with comedy, because comedy just gets very obsessive. I know I was obsessed with comedy, because one time my girlfriend's father was in the hospital having big time surgery, could have died. And while we're waiting for him to come out of surgery, I get a message, hey, can you do a show Sunday? And I was like, oh, I can't respond to this right now. And then the doctor came out, and he's like, he's gonna be okay. And I was like, yeah! Yes, I could do that show. Horrible person. So, it's a big problem, but it is what it is. I'm also Italian, I may have mentioned that. We had a bad year. We've had a bad few years, right? We have. I always thought it was a bad idea to have Italians be in charge of things. And I was right. New York had an Italian governor, didn't work out so well. He was a bully, he was harassing people, and his excuse was, I'm not perverted, I'm Italian. That's not gonna hold up in court, buddy. Your Honor, my client isn't a murderer, he's Italian. All right, you're free to go. Lost a lot of big Italian actors. This year, Ray Liotta died. The guy from The Sopranos died, who played Paulie. That was a tough one. Multiple people texted me to ask if I was okay. I was like, yeah, it's gonna be hard to move past this one. I don't know. Remember growing up, my dad always had a guy for everything, which was cool. Like, I thought he had like mob connections. Yeah, but when the guy has gotten less cool throughout the years. You know, like when I was a teenager, he was like, you need tickets to a sporting event or concert? I got a guy. You know, now he's like, hey, you need balloons for a birthday party? I got a guy. How low on the mafia totem pole do you have to be to become the balloon guy? And speaking of the mafia, who may or may not be real, you know, we have one holiday, Italians. Everybody hates it, Columbus Day, right? Trying to get rid of it. And I agree, enough already. Stop celebrating him. Italians need their day though. So let's get rid of it, but replace it with Mafia Appreciation Day. This is how we unite. Everyone can be happy, no controversy. Can still have the parade. Imagine the parade floats. It's like, oh, there's Tony Soprano talking to his shrink. Yeah, baby! That's what's up. Here's a holiday I want to get rid of. Groundhog's Day. Enough. People always talk, oh, you gotta fight misinformation, and then every year we ask a rodent to tell us when the winter's going to end. And it's wrong 75% of the time. No one holds it accountable. Can we at least try a different animal? Please. You know, but 30,000 people go to Pennsylvania every year to see the groundhog. Insane. Like, barely got 30 people to come to this show tonight. Should have brought a groundhog with me. It's a mistake I keep making. But yeah, I don't know. I like the holidays. I've lost interest in Easter since I aged out of the family Easter egg hunt. Yeah, because I lived at home for far too long. I was still partaking in those until I was like 25. Because there was money in the eggs. You know, so I'd have some good years. I'd be at the bar with my friends one weekend. I'd be like, guys, I got this round. Pull out 4 or 5 plastic Easter eggs, roll them on the bar, crack them open, watch some money spill out. I'm like, hey, what's up? $7 falls out. Yeah, don't see my friends too much anymore. It's kind of sad, I guess. It's weird. Everybody seems like they're aging rapidly. Like, I don't feel old, but the text messages change after a hangout. Like when you're in your 20s, early 30s, the text after a hangout, bro, you hungover? You get digits last night? Once you hit 35, the text after a hangout, bro, you get indigestion from that meal we had last night? Can't get off the toilet, man. Fire emoji. So dumb, you know, but I don't miss it that much, because like guys are insane, we really are. I have one single friend left, he's weird to hang out with. It's like one of these guys, every time we go somewhere, he has the same misplaced confidence he had 10 years ago. He'll grab me, he'll go, bro, women here, horny. I go, yeah, we're in a hospital right now. I don't think anybody's looking to hook up. But this is what guys do. Guys say the weirdest things in regards to women. I have no idea how we ever get laid. You know, remember years ago being at a bar with my friends, one of them points to a woman on the dance floor and just goes, oh, just want to break my dick off in that ass. What? What does that mean? That's not sexy. Like, what are you trying to say? Like, you're so horny right now, you're done. You're like, that's it, I gotta get rid of this thing. Here we go. Excuse me, miss. Okay, see you later. My number's on the back in case you want to have coffee or something. So many weird things. And like, remember another time, one of my friends was talking about it, this girl, he's like, oh man, I'm gonna get home, I'm gonna tear that shit up. About her vagina. What does that mean? Do you have the health insurance for that? Yeah, it's fine. I tear it up, we go to the hospital, get her fixed up, go back home, do it again. I'm like, this all sounds illegal. dumb. Make it stop. You guys have been great. Only, I guess, I don't know. Woo! Yeah, no one asked for this. JoePontillo taping. Because no one asked for anything in comedy. You just be like, well, I guess I'm going to do a taping. Why? I don't know. It might work out okay. It never does. My first big credit doing comedy was I played a talking cloud in a commercial. Yeah, true story. And I think I only got the part because I walked into the audition as if I was already in the costume. I was like, woo, just blew in from the coast or something. I don't know. They were like, this guy's got good initiative. Him, you know. So they were pretty popular. They played all over New York City and some other random parts of the country. They got so popular that somebody called the station, wanted to hire me for their kid's birthday party. As the cloud. Go, what do they want me to do? Oh, I guess just some cloud stuff. I'm gonna make it rain! Yeah, baby! Where are the pale kids? The sun's getting bright. I gotcha. Eat your cake. Cloud, baby! Whatever, but I don't know. I continue on with this. It's fun. I love it. I had a weird, terrible story. I had a guy ask me for change, and like, I would love to give everybody change, but I'm a comedian. I'm a week or two away from being that guy. Let's be real. Yeah, in a good sales pitch, hey man, let me get a quarter, trying to get my kids back. And you have to turn around, I go, are they trapped in a vending machine? Let's film it, put it on YouTube or TikTok, we'll go viral, make millions, solve both of our problems. But no, instead I'm filming a comedy special. All right, guys, I'm JoePontillo. We did it. I apologize to everyone. You never know. And we'll be selling immediate DVDs of this right after the show. $50 a pop. I will sign them. All right, thank you very much. Yeah. Comedy.
Keep it going for Joe, everybody. Come on, let him hear it.
Yeah, that was great. Thank you so much, guys.
Yeah. So, listen, you want a digital copy? It's going to cost you $25. $50 for a DVD, $75 for VHS.
Who uses VHS anymore?
It's making a comeback.
I thought this was a free taping.
The taping is free. The rest is going to cost you.